All right, guys, how's it going? Tony here, our cabin in woods. This is 2 weeks post my knee replacement. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hopefully we got it. That's what it looks like. I was at the doctor's this morning. We had a lot to talk about. I have a lot that's going on right now. I'll get to these gloves in a bit, why I'm wearing them. We got out of the hospital. Actually, let's back up just a hair. I think it was the first walk I had to do. The nurses help you out, within 2 hours, an hour and a half after you've had your knee replacement, you're up walking around. They want you walking right away. Believe it or not, my knee does not hurt. The surgery does not hurt at all. It's like it don't hurt. It's everything else around the knee. It's the muscles that they move away, they pull, everything is what hurts. It not hurt. It hurt at the beginning that way. Let's just say this way. Okay. First walk, I put my foot down, my right ankle hurt, and I literally thought, I thought it was broken. And I swear to God. And I asked the nurse, how can that be when they give me a nerve block in that, and also they do, they numb this area. And according to her, she just says that it doesn't, if the nerve block don't hit the foot. This is what she told me. So anyway, we're going to go with that. Hang on now. So, but the next day, they have that night, the first night, and I stayed overnight one night, and the next day they have a physical therapist that comes through. And believe it or not, she's the same therapist that helped me when I did this knee replacement. My wife recognized her, and after she said that, yeah, it is her. So she helped me out 2 more times. They sent me home. No more problems the next day about my ankle, nothing at all. Saturday, I was, you're still drugged up from the medicines and stuff. I'm going to try to speed this up. But I did feel my ankle a little, all right? Not much, but it was affecting me. It seems like the more time goes on, the more my ankle hurt. So, okay, so now we're doing Sunday. Sunday, my ankle's hurting. I can't put pressure on my foot. So we're going to go Sunday, Monday. Monday, I see the nurse, home health care. We have home health care coming out for me because we live so far out from the city. Right now, I can't drive. So until I can drive, then I can do in-town therapy I can go to. She came, looked at everything, and I told about my ankle. There was no physical, really anything up with my ankle. It was starting to turn a little color, nothing like what else was. Come Tuesday, I had my PT lady. She came in. That was my first visit, and I didn't show her nothing, and I was actually moving around pretty good. It was still hurting, but I was really not putting any weight on this leg. Now, this is now hurting along with my foot, so I'm really thinking that everything's one thing. It's the muscle. When they do a knee replacement, they put a tourniquet way up high, tighten that puppy up so you don't bleed when they do your surgery. Okay. From here, the back of my shin down to my ankles is completely, it's kind of going away. You might be able to still see it. A little black and blue, but black and blue. Okay. We're into Wednesday, and I was back with my PT person again, and she was concerned that I was never putting pressure on my walking foot. What was going on? And I told her what was going on, and literally the ankle right down in that area, it turned out to be a black and blue spot, and I'm talking black and blue in the side of my ankle. First thing Angie and I thought was maybe my ankle's broken, and they didn't know they broke it or whatever. But it did also look like to me that could have been a thumbprint and 2 more fingers, because there was like 3 black and blues, but eventually became one big area of my whole ankle. Okay. But I was able to start using it a little bit. Now I am on pain medicines for this stuff, so I don't I don't know which way to go. Angie was like, well, we got a few more days now, like a week, and you see a doctor again. If the ankle, you can't put pressure on it anymore, we need to get to the office and get x-rays done to see what's wrong. Believe it or not, it was starting to feel a little better, okay? But it was very hit and miss. When it was hitting, you don't touch it. You don't put pressure on it. So I had 4 full days I never was really walking with my leg. Now I am doing all my exercises perfectly. I am not having a problem exercising. It's the walking issue. Heel tip, or yeah, heel tip as you walk. Okay, I couldn't do that at all. Hurt too much. This knee, I had not a problem. It was a breeze. I was hoping this was done the old caveman way. This was done robotic. Yeah. So anyway, now we're moving along. We're doing a PT. Everything's really good. I mean, I'm doing really good. Walking was doing better, so now I'm thinking it's a sprain, and we're doing better. But then about right at 9 to 10 days, this is where these gloves come in. On this knee, when I had a knee replacement, I had a drug allergy that broke out so bad that my hands became very itchy. And on that set happened at night when I was sleeping, and I was literally sticking my hand down in here, and I didn't realize it because you're on pain meds. And I was scratching. I scratched it so bad, not this time, this knee, that I made like hamburger meat in my hands, my palms, and I didn't realize it. And 2 days later, I had a scheduled appointment, the same as this. And they ended up giving me a shot, and I think it was a shot, or pills, I don't remember, and it stopped it doing what it was doing. Okay, now we're back to this knee now. Tuesday, today is Friday, don't know the date, Friday the 3rd or whatever, it's a Friday of this year, in early December. Tuesday, roughly 9 days. In the morning, I felt it itching. I was actually, rubbing my fingertips, that type stuff. It wasn't quite ringing yet. The PT lady was watching me what I was doing, and she didn't say much about it. She just thought I'm rubbing my fingertips. And then that afternoon, I just started noticing it like this, scratching my hands. I'm like, what is going on? And it hit me. And I'm allergic to the meds they gave me this time. They gave me a different set of meds. This hand blew up. I mean, enlarged, swelled up really bad. And then this hand did. And I went to sleep that night, and I woke up. I think Angie may have woke me up or come in. I've been sleeping here because I can recline back and keep my legs straight. I've tried sleeping in bed. I can't do it. It's really weird. I think my ankle was the pain problem, where if you just touch a bed with your heel, you ain't sleeping. I'm telling you. Last night, an hour and a half sleep. Night before, 2, 3, 4, 2. That's what I'm going to get for sleep. Can't sleep. So when this started happening this time around, which was Tuesday, I shut down all meds because we don't know what it is. When I got out of the hospital, they gave me 7 prescriptions. 7. It's 10 days I was taking them, or 9, 10 days. I shut it down. So I've been without pain meds since Tuesday. Now everything is echoing, coming back really bad. Okay. But yesterday I felt pretty good, and I told Angie I want to lay down, try to lay in bed. Our bed, I love our bed. It's so comfortable. Love the bed. I get in the bed and I'm laying there. Now this is about 10:30 last night. And knowing this morning we had to get up early. Get to that in a second. And I'm icing this down right now because I'll show you too in a second what's going on. So I got to bed. I finally fell asleep. I think I woke up at midnight last night. And finally I decided to get out of bed. Now I'm laying down flat on my back. Okay, keep my legs straight. And if you get out of bed, you've got to take this leg and rotate your body over it and slide out of bed. Okay. I don't think this leg made over this one yet when I felt my knee and I heard a pop. My knee popped. And it hurt so bad that I slammed my arms on the bed. She was sleeping, never missed a beat sleeping. So I didn't want to wake her up. And this is midnight. Finally calmed down enough, written my pillow, got up, got out, and got some. By the time I went to get some ice, my knee was already swelled up. Now, I think it was last night or the night before, Angie and I were looking at my knees, and my knees were almost the same. The swelling is almost gone. It was beautiful. Last night, I put ice on it. It was big. So, I'm up here. I didn't sleep again. I was awake from midnight on with no pain meds. I was taking Tylenol and an aspirin. Have to take aspirin. I did take off my legging thingies last night. Well, I'll tell you more about that. My wife brought me to my daughter's house this morning, and my daughter took me to go to my checkup today, which brings us kind of up to date on everything. Doctor looked at me. Why do you got gloves on? What's up? And he says, I know it's cold on, but this is different. You know, I know that. He said, why you got your gloves on? And I showed him my hands. It's hard to see, but this hand is swelled up. I've scratched it raw here, over here, here. My finger knuckles are black and blue from trying to scratch it. I'm sleeping. I don't realize I'm doing this. This is all scratched from fingernails, raw. It's raw. Black and blue here. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but this hand is a lot bigger than this. This was huge last night. And now I got them off. It makes it itchy. Okay. I told him what was going on, and he was confused. He didn't understand. He knew it was an allergy, but he didn't know which one it was. So we talked about that more, and he asked any other problems. I told him about my ankle, and he took my shoe off and looked at my sock, and he was shocked to see a black and blue mark. And I'm not exaggerating. It's this big, but it's now gone to like a mushrooming up on top of my foot. And he was certain that it wasn't broken, and he was explaining to me how they do the surgery. But he stopped everything, and he said, let's go get an x-rays done. So they did all the x-rays for my ankle, upside down, turned around, everything. Ankle's not broken. So we got back in. He come back in the room, and he's saying that he was actually showing my surgery on the phone. He said that I have a very strong bone mass. And a lot of people know me. I walk, pigeon-toed out or something with a bowed leg. My right leg's always bowed. It's been that way forever. All my kids have the same thing. I hate that. Genetically, whatever they want to call it, it's in the family, I guess. But during the surgery, he was trying to change the bow and the pigeon toe a little bit. And so he said that there was two men on my leg, lower leg, and one was on my ankle, and they were actually trying to turn it as they set the device. They cement in a device into your femur and down into your, is that tibia? They cement them in, but they cement them in at the right angle, so when you put it together, your leg should be doing pretty good straight. He said they were having a hard time to do that just because the way my bone growth was and what it was. They said as best they could. I got it. I wasn't expecting that at all. When they told me it was going to be the doctor that originally did this, I won't say his name, he's still there. He don't do knees anymore. The knee business got so big, he brought in this guy. Well, this guy does robotic knee. And it was nothing but talking good about fast healing, all that stuff. Everything robotic was very good. But he did, because I was telling him how bad my black and blue was. And guys, do your research when you want to have the surgery. I'm just telling you what he showed, kind of told me. In fact, I'm not going to tell you about the muscle, what they do with your muscles. Do your research and you'll figure it out, all right? Because it gets kind of gruesome in a way. So the ankle thing we've got figured out is it's sprained. As most people know, a sprained ankle is worse than a broken ankle. Broken ankle heals, sprained ankle takes months. I have a sprained ankle. I have allergic to whatever. Now, I told you about my knee pop. Okay, last thing him and I were talking about, he sat down in front of me, he set my leg up in his lap a little bit, and he's pushing it side, left, and right. And I told him, you know, what it sounded like, and he grabbed my leg, and he's looking at me, and as he's doing it, you literally can feel my leg, and it burned when he did it too. When he pushed, I think it's when he pushed this that way, he held my foot there, my hip was here, and he pushed the knee this way, I believe is what it was, and you can literally feel it almost want to pop, if that makes sense. You can feel like it's going to roll, but it burned, and he seen my face, and he stopped, and he looked at me. He wasn't saying a word. Then he took my knee and went the other way, and it was solid, nothing. So my ACL is fine. MCL is torn. When I rolled over, I tore my ACL. When your knee is healthy, when your knee's healthy and your muscles, what keeps your knee together, okay? It just keeps it solid. That's what happens. When they do the surgery, they kind of move, they kind of cut your muscle like in half and they move it over, okay? I'm going to say that. Okay, when they do that, this is why you're doing your exercising. You need to rebuild that strength. From what he was saying, that probably the muscle, of course the muscles ain't growing back that quick in less than 2 weeks. It's not. It's going to take a long time. I know that. But evidently that this was a weaker muscle than whatever. And when I rolled my leg, rolled out of bed, the weight of the leg alone, say this is my knee, it would pop and it tore the MCL. So right now, I am trying to ice it down. And if you guys seen me before I had knee surgery, I wore a knee brace for about 2 months. That's a knee brace. The best part about the tear, and he said it's nothing I did, it just happened. The best part about the tear is ACL, you must have surgery. MCL, it's in the 85 or 87 percentage, it heals on its own. In his life of doing robotic knees and under somebody else, he has only seen one of these happen. And it's healed on its own. So, I have to wear this knee brace. I need to put that legging stocking back on tonight. My main goal to do now is I'm putting ice on every 30 minutes to keep the swelling down, get the legging on. For 30 days, I have to live with this on, other than a shower. My knee brace goes back on. So, 30 days, I get an appointment, and 30 days, if it is not healed on its own, the odds are I'm having surgery again to repair the MCL. This is not news I want to hear. I had big plans this year. So after 30 days of wearing that, I come back in. He will check my knee again and see how it's healing. And if it is healed, he did say if it was healed, I would probably be putting that back on again for a little bit longer, but we were trying to see if the healing process was taking effect. making sure it's happening the right way, healing right. So he did tell me that if you had any plans, you need to slow those plans down. And there's a lot of people that know kind of what I want to do next, that I have been working behind the scenes doing. You've seen my Ranger out there. That kind of give you a hint a little bit. I was really wanting to work on it during the winter with my knee replacement. He did say as long as I walk around, and he did not want me to do no kneeling. He did not want me to do no bending over, because bending over requires your legs sometimes to scoot out a little bit as you're doing, and that's what will pull again. So I have been put on hold for 30 days. So my next visit is, they did tell me, it was January, it's a Friday, January 7th or 9th, something like that. That's my next appointment to go through all this. Now, I don't have to put the patch on here no more. Angie does have an ointment that we put on there, which helps your skin grow faster, grow healthier, and that's why you can almost barely see this scar. So that's what's going on. Kind of disappointed. I'll talk about my knee functionality. Okay. The PT nurses, it would have been Wednesday. She did a measurement on me, and you do a 90-degree angle. Basically, like if you sit in a chair, your foot falls down, that's 90, okay? They want to see how far your ankle, you get your foot to go back. The 2 weeks, they want to have you at 87 degrees is what it is. I'm at 93, above great. Next one is if you put your leg straight on out, you set it on a table, something like that, and you're trying to push down on it, and they want to see what the level, they want it level, and the minimum on that I think was 7 degrees. I have 5, so it's even better. My working out has been perfect. I haven't had a problem with that. It's the walking, to be able to put pressure on that foot, that has been my thorn in my side. When people ask how am I doing, and I say I'm hurting in the comments, and I can't say much because I really didn't know what to say, but I know something wasn't right. That's what I was talking about. I'm hurting my ankle. What I can say is yesterday I was walking pretty good in the house. My ankle wasn't, I can feel it, but it wasn't jacking with me as it was before. But newsflash, today everything changed. So guys, I think I covered everything. It's pretty disappointing to me. It is what it is now. I just need to keep moving forward. Anyway, guys, that's about it, really. There's the update. And I hope, I don't know, we'll see. There's a chance I could put that out today. It just depends on how it feels sitting. I need to ice this down, keep it iced, but sit at my table, at my chair is my big thing to be able to edit. Oh, heck, guys. Okay, we're going to go. Thank you so much for all the prayers. And we're going to move forward.